What's going on, guys? It's your boy Porky here, and today we're going to be looking at why we love Dead by Daylight. We're going to cover off the following points: community and etiquette, gameplay and progression, and status and development of this game. So stay tuned to find out more. So you're all probably thinking and already thinking to yourself, wait, I've got loads of reasons why I love this game. I've got loads of reasons why I hate this game. But I think for me, to sum it all up, there's 3 points to make. So let's start off with the first point, community and etiquette. The support around and within the community is unbelievable. The guides and the number of tutorials and helping people understand the game is amazing. There's such an abundance of materials out there to help new players understand the survivors, the killers, and how to use their perks effectively and kind of get a head start in the game. Dead by Daylight is a very unique game, especially to people like me who have only ever really played FIFA, Call of Duty, Battlefield, Assassin's Creed, great game. And there's so many things out there to help kind of get you into the flow and the routine of how to play, what the good and the bad things are to do. Oh my god, the dog scared the shit out of me. Oh, right, so that's shit me up. So yeah, there's loads of things out there that really gets you into the flow of Dead by Daylight, and it's really great, and this community is so great in providing all of that. They also have good empathy and a really great empathy and understanding towards new players. They help them enjoy the game. They want to encourage them to keep playing. They want to entice people not only to just play the game for a few times, but they want to make sure that they stay, because as we know, there's a few things going wrong with matchmaking, which we'll cover later on, but there's loads of things why people in the community already want new players to come along and keep playing, and having that empathy and encourage them to keep practicing and keep playing the game. It's something that we need to do, and again, the community is brilliant in doing that. They also have great sportsmanship and etiquette, and there are some people that don't, and we'll move on to that in a moment, but there's great sportsmanship, there's great etiquette within the game. Obviously, etiquette doesn't mean you have to do it, but it is, you know, highly, you looked in high regard if you do follow the etiquette to a certain extent. No, people won't look down on you or judge you poorly because you don't follow the etiquette. It is a competitive game, and we do need to win at the end of the day. But having that etiquette, it really does help build a positive community. So examples are like giving the hatch, and just even the smallest thing is just saying GG or just well played after the game. Just having that little interaction with people, that positive interaction with people. We love this. This is one of the reasons why we love this game, is because of the encouragement and the motivation to keep playing the game, to make new friends and become a part of the community, a part of something. So there are bad bits, there are poor things about the community. There's this little fraction of the community that do kind of let us down. For me, the two things that are bad from a survivor and killer point of view is the toxicity. In particular, teabagging from a survivor perspective, and also base camping and tunneling from the killer's perspective. So the teabagging side, everyone hates a teabag, you know that. There's a Claudette or a Meg or a Dwight. Maybe not Dwight, because Dwight's a really nice guy and it's so cute. But there are teabaggers, and even the teabaggers know that they're being dicks. And it's not just about having one up on the killer, but it's just taunting them in a rather mean-ish way. The killer probably had a bad game, they got absolutely spanked, and for someone to teabag them and kind of do that it is unsportsmanlike. It's not nice. And as a survivor, when I'm playing with some randoms and I see someone do that, I'm like, come on mate, he's gonna think we're all like that, and I don't want that, you know, reputation. So we've established it's shit, it's a bad thing to do. But why do we love it? We love it because if you are a killer or even a survivor on the same team, we love seeing the killer get the upper hand and having that revenge, and it's in some ways motivates us to be better in the game. And when we get that upper hand and when we win that game potentially, the satisfaction we get from slapping that teabagger and hooking them and sacrificing them is good. It's good. So that's why we love teabagging, base camping and tunneling. There isn't much advantage to either of these tactics, if you want to call them that. Survivors that aren't being tunneled and aren't being face camped can do all the gens uninterrupted, and you're just stood there with this survivor in your face letting it happen. You might as well go grab a cup of tea and just watch the action unfold. Like, is there any point? No, there isn't. It's not fun for anyone really. The survivors have an easy game. The survivor on the hook has probably waited 3-4 years for this game because of matchmaking issues. It ruins the flow of the game dynamic. So yeah, face camping's not great. Tunneling's not great either. There are some times where you tunnel unintentionally. So there's two people near a hook, one of them gets unhooked, and you, for whatever reason, not thinking about it, you know, there's a lot of things going on. You might have 3 gens popping off and you need to get someone down, and you just go instinctually to the person that coincidentally has just been unhooked. If people get unhooked like that and get down like that, don't take it personally. If you were in the killer's shoes, you know, you may need to make a split-second decision, and it is competitive. It's a competitive game, and you need to make sure that you win. Let's be honest, you need to win. People sometimes do this because they've had a bad experience. They've had a bad experience in the previous game, and they just want to do this because they can't be bothered. They're not enjoying it, so fuck it. Let's just do one survivor and face camp them, and at least I get 1 kill. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Why do we love this? Good question. We love this because knowing that the killer is sacrificing not only their fun, but their competitive element and their success in the game by just face camping or tunneling, just taking one person out of the game, everyone else can crack on and do their thing. And we know that 1 will win, and 2, the killer will know full well that either they're doing it because they don't have confidence in their skills, or they have no way of clawing back this game most of the time. Sometimes people clutch, and I don't know why or how people do that, but they must be gods or something, I don't know. We love all of these things. We love teabaggers. We love the toxicity because it's a competitive game, and any competitive game you're going to have trash talk, you're going to have taunting, but all of this gets firing and builds a fire up and builds a fire up, and it motivates us to do better, to make sure that we don't have that experience next time and we win the next game. So that is community and etiquette and why we love the toxic teabaggers. So point 2, gameplay and progression. First point to make is the skill ceiling is unreal. Not only for 1 killer, for 1 survivor, for 2 survivors, whatever it is, the skill ceiling for each individual killer in particular, not so much the survivor, but it's so vast and so high. It'll take you thousands and thousands of hours to learn and master every single power and ability. You can be the best trapper in the world, but you could be the worst nurse in the world, just purely because of the variety of skills you need to learn. And it's amazing, and it keeps you enticed into playing the game to help keeping you, wanting to improve every element of your gameplay. The other part of the gameplay is the variety in terms of its perks. And again, the skill ceiling is so vast because the amount of mashups you can do with the variety of perks you have is unbelievable. It's massive, huge, and you learn what goes well with other perks and what doesn't, and it's all about the learning curve. The other side to it is whatever you use, whatever person or killer you use, they don't have any idea of what you've got in the bag. And catching people off guard, especially with like a diversion perk, just throw the stone, and the killer's fucked off over there and you're all the way over there because of one little pebble. Stuff like that is brilliant. Just the gimmicky perks, brilliant. And just learning how to kind of get the upper hand on other people, your opposition, is great. And again, having that fun factor in a competitive natured game is brilliant. The variety of aesthetics, whilst it's not gameplay, it's not really progression, but I've slotted it anyway. Don't hate, please, because we love the aesthetics. I mean, take the Dwight's Christmas outfit. That was brilliant. Yeah, they cost money, but it just gives you another element of variety with the game. You can show it off, you can look unique, you can look sexy with Meg's leopard thing top. So that just alone is something to keep you playing. You want to keep playing and just show everything off. So more around the actual gameplay itself, I would say knowing that you've lost the game, you are no gens down, not popped any gens, you've already lost 2 people as a survivor, and Ots's videos, Otsdarver's videos, there's so many of these around where survivors are just no chance of winning, but they still play to the end. Doing that is great because you build this camaraderie, you build this friendship perhaps, and you want to play again with these other survivors because you've at least tried, and having that mutual respect and understanding with other people and going back to the community, it builds that bond with people. Yes, people disconnect because they don't want to play anymore because they know they've lost. Like when you see someone disconnect, you're like, oh, here we go again. But there's always a silver lining, always a silver lining. The upside to that is there's only 2 of you perhaps, the others are fucked off, gone for their supper. It's just the 2 of you, but you're still persevering, you're still soldiering on to try and win the game, and that builds the respect and friendship even greater because you've lost. These 2 guys have buggered off, but you still want to stay because you don't want to be that person. You want to make sure that you see it to the end. Final point about the gameplay and progression is all about progressing through the ranks. And it's such a roller coaster. You can be a rank 20 one day, and then the next day you can be a rank 10, and then all of a sudden you're back up to rank 18 and you're like, oh my god. And you want to get back to rank 10. You want to get better. You don't want to stay at rank 20. You want to keep improving. You want to get to the end goal, which is probably rank 1. There's always something to reach for, and that's the best part probably about the gameplay. Is there's always something to learn, there's always something more to do. So we are on the 3rd and final point. If you have got to this point in the video, I'm very pleased and my appreciation is huge. Thank you very much. So the final point, game status and development. There are only really 2 points around this, and you are probably going to say, why do I love this? And like the previous ones, I'll tell you why we love this. So the first one, matchmaking. Why is it that I'm a rank 15 killer and I go into a lobby, get absolutely spanked, clicking through what the survivors are, rank 1, 2, 4, 5. Why am I being matched up with these guys? Oh, matchmaking's buggered. Not having any consistency in matchmaking, knowing full well that you can go into this game against red ranks and get absolutely bollocksed, and it's almost a guaranteed loss. So it seems pointless to play because you just know that you're gonna lose. There's no point in carrying on, and it kind of deters people from, consistently playing the game. And I've been there. I'm sure most people that are watching this video have been there as well. The question is, why do we love this? The main thing about having a shitty matchmaking is One, you don't know who you're up against unless you're stream sniping or something like that, but you get a really good game. You smash it. You're getting hooks, you're getting loops, whatever it is, survivor or killer. And at the end, you flick through and see what they had perks wise, what rank they were. And for example, as a rank 15 killer, going up against 4 red ranks or 2 red ranks and 2 purples, and actually winning that game, oof, boy, that's a great feeling. You know, that's a great feeling. Knowing that you, basically a noob, have destroyed people who've probably got thousands of hours in the game, you just sorted them out. So yeah, that's why we love the matchmaking system. And the final point to make from this entire video is probably the most sensitive and controversial point that I think most people will agree upon as a community, toxic, non-toxic. You will all agree that the developers' behavior. What do they do that makes us want to keep playing this game? We all know gameplay needs improving. We need to buff or nerf some perks. For example, Decisive Strike's a big one at the moment. Maps are glitchy. Totems you can't access. You got a hex totem, it's ruined, and I can't even cleanse it. What the fuck's that about? Or I can't even run through some gaps in the trees. It's been around for years and you've still got problems like that in your game. What's going on? The accessibility has been poor. 4 years. The accessibility is ridiculously shit. For example, colorblind features. And they've only just released a notice saying we are working on this. Coincidentally, just after a big explosion from the community. Anyway, the question is, why do we love this? As a community, we all want the same thing. We all want a better game. We all want a better experience. And the reason why I love it personally is because it shows that bond across the whole community in terms of supporting each other, and I love it. It really brings people together. When people have a love for something and they've got a problem, we all want to make sure that we remove that obstacle, and it's brilliant. So to conclude, why do we love Dead by Daylight? Well, I'll tell you why. All we come for is David's rock hard body. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Like I say, drop me a comment down below and we'll get a conversation flowing. I do also stream on Twitch Thursday, Friday and Saturdays from 6 PM onwards, GMT time. So if you want to catch me there, feel free to tag along. If not, I will see you in the next one.